first property of water that we are going to study about is that it's universal solvent. When we say that water is universal solvent, we mean that not all, but most of the substances present in our universe, water has the ability to dissolve those substances. And you might have seen the rocks that are present around the rivers. So the shape that water takes, you know, in the rivers or in streams, so that is when the water it cuts through the rocks. It means that water even dissolves the rocks over time. Well, in our body, water also has much of a significance because all of our body, as I have told you guys before in some of the previous lecture, that our 60% of our body is composed of water, and that water is present in our body in the form of blood, in tissue fluid, in lymph, and in cytoplasms of the body cells. So it means that water is present everywhere in our body, and this presence of water has two important facts about it, and the two major things that water helps in our body being solvent is that, first of all, it allows the substances to move inside the cell or inside the blood vessel or tissue fluid very easily. So substances can move along, and water provides a very unique environment for the substances to react, enzymes to work, because water has a neutral pH. So it allows it gives optimal environment of pH for the enzymes in the cells. Also, because all blood and lymph, they transport substances from one part to another, and of course, if the substances are present in solid form, they cannot get transported, so they must be present in fluid. So water is a fluid here that allows these dissolved substances to pass to different locations. It also has a significance in that water, because it dissolves substances, so most of the substances, they're present in dissolved form. If they wouldn't have been present in dissolved form, so they will make large clumps inside these very smaller blood vessels, and the substances will face difficulty in transportation. So it's also a good or a significance of water being a solvent is that it dissolves much of the substances, and hence it is easy for us to transport them. The same significance of being a universal solvent, a water being a universal solvent, is for the plants. That plants, it also absorbs minerals in the root hair cells, and then is able to transport minerals to the upper parts of plants with the help of water. So water dissolves these minerals in the soil, and also inside the xylem vessels, and then in the xylem vessels, water is able to transport these substances to the shoots of the plant. And not only water has significance in transporting mineral ions through the xylem vessel, but also water has a role to play in transporting food with the help of phloem tissues. So phloem tissues are present in the stem or in leaves too. And food, of course, food in the plant, it is transported in the form of sucrose from leaves mostly to the storage parts of plants such as fruits. So when the plant has to transport food, of course, those sucrose particles, sucrose crystals cannot move on their own. So they also need to be dissolved in water, and then the sap. So basically, sap is transported through the phloem vessels, and the sap contains sucrose dissolved in water. So now we can summarize the role of water being a solvent in living organisms as, first, it provides a space, it provides a unique environment for all the metabolites in our body, in the bodies of living organisms, so that they can react together, and they can be transported inside the cells. And for larger transport, or for the bulk transport, from one part of the body to another part of the body. Water also plays its